Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Brenni Larson, and guess what? I brought back Feng Shui. We're doing Feng Shui Friday with James J. We've done tons of webinars and trainings together. Hey James, what's up?
Hey Brenni, good to see you. It's been a little while since we worked together, and it feels really good.
Yeah, guys, whenever I miss Feng Shui people, I just do a live event or live stream or something. But we keep receiving emails from people about Feng Shui and when are you doing more Feng Shui? And I just got burnt out on doing telesummits with 24 speakers. It was a lot of energy and a lot of work, but I love interviewing people and we love giving gifts away and we love giving training and special offers and all that stuff. So what came to us was Feng Shui Friday. That on Fridays you can show up and I will live stream and interview and do trainings and bring in all kinds of Feng Shui people. So if you got people, put it in the comment box if you're on Facebook right now at the Momentum U page, and we will go hunt those out, bring them in, and we will interview them like this. They're going to be short, like 30-minute shows and under. So I want to get started real quick, but this is show number 1. And show number 1, of course, I had to have James J. do it, and we're talking about Earth Day. And James and I started laughing. I go, well, Earth Day's Feng Shui. It should be called Feng Shui Day. I mean, look at the image we found there. There's Earth. So, James, I'm going to have you take it away. I'm going to get out of here, and you can explain to them what is Earth Day and how does it relate to Feng Shui. We got a beautiful guide for you. Don't worry about that, guys. If you don't have it in front of you right now, you can zip over to the Momentum U page under events and grab it under James's live stream. So
You can
James,
grab it anytime.
Anytime, James J. Take it away. Earth Day and Feng Shui.
Okay, Brenni, thank you so much. Yes, Earth Day, as Brenni and I were talking about it, and we were thinking, you know, Earth Day is just a modern homage to Feng Shui. Because Feng Shui, of course, is the ancient art of, you know, design and placement. And literally Feng Shui, wind and water, which are the two most, you know, powerful forces on the earth. And if we look at the earth from, you know, from outer space, we can see the clouds, the atmosphere moving, which is the wind, and we can see all the blue oceans, the beautiful blue oceans, which are the water. So Earth Day really is a modern tribute to Feng Shui. And since this is Earth Day weekend, we thought we'd take a little time to just go through the, you know, the comparisons and why it is important to honor the earth. And of course, we're going to do the weekly Feng Shui Friday, so don't miss out on that. Make sure you get, you know, you keep up with Brenni's postings and emails and show up on Friday. Of course, we record everything, so if you miss it, you know, you can catch up. But it's really fun to do it live.
All the links are in your guide, so we're not going to spend time doing that. James, can you go back up to that picture?
Sure.
At the top, the one with the earth. Okay, so for those of you that are not Feng Shui experts or you just started this, there are many different ways. We use the 5 elements by colors, by shapes, by images themselves. So the earth, okay, you go, that's round. That also signifies metal. So that could be used as a metal element. The tree, that's a wood element. The blue, that's the ocean, that's the water. We've got the earth itself, you know, you're seeing North America, you see Africa, all of those, that's the earth. And the sun itself is the fire. And that's how the 5 elements, and what we do on these shows is we take Feng Shui, we try not to use Feng Shui terms, and we make it really simple so you can apply it to everyday life. And that's why Earth Day was the perfect example of Feng Shui, that you can make some little commitments here as we go through the guide. But that image is something, because I'm visual. So I like 70% of the people are visual. So for you visual people, there you go.
Yeah, I sometimes get to be a little too cerebral, so you can slow me down if I go off track. But yeah, Brenni's absolutely right. The 5 elements make up everything in our physical world, and actually in our emotional world, in our spiritual world. So the 5 elements in our physical world, the 5 elements play an important role in everything we do. In fact, Chinese medicine was predicated on the concept of the 5 elements. So
And you
great
got the I Ching, guys. So, everything goes through the yin and the yang. And out of yin and yang come the 5 seasons. Out of the 5 seasons, 5 elements, come the trigrams, which are heaven, man, and earth. So it's all feng shui in many, many ways. And don't get us started on the I Ching because we kind of like that. So
Yeah.
Earth Day and feng shui, James J. He is a black sex specialist. There's many schools of feng shui. We'll just throw that out there so you understand where we come from. So am I. And will you explain to him, how did Earth Day start? Where did this all come about?
Well, Earth Day started in 1969 with a group of activists, and they were environmental activists, and they were very upset by a disastrous oil spill that happened at that time. And so there was a movement, a beginning movement for this, protect the earth. Maybe we're going too far. Maybe we're getting a little too ruthless with our natural resources. So actually a senator from Wisconsin, Senator Gaylord Nelson, decided to create a bill that would start Earth Day. And so every year we would celebrate the Earth. And so April 22nd, 1970, and he got on it right away because that's only a year later, was the first Earth Day, and 193 countries immediately participated. So it's pretty hard to get 5 countries to participate in anything now, but he got 193. Credit is also given to an activist named John McConnell of San Francisco, but his suggestion was to do Earth Day on March 21st, which is the spring equinox, which also makes sense. But
honestly, James, my birthday is April 26th, so I'm a big earth person. I love the nature anyway. I'm a wood element. But I always celebrated on March 21st because it made sense to me, because it's a solstice, right. And I studied with Native Americans. I live where there's a lot of Native Americans, and you do things by the moon. And that's, come on, guys, the moon, tides, it all goes together on what we study. So that's actually, thanks, John McConnell. That's actually the one you can't do wrong. But when you have a big collective consciousness of people, so do it both. Make commitments and do nice things on March 21st, but definitely do the 22nd of April every year. That's Earth Day, because there's a big collective consciousness. And it just is the one day they get it going again and get it ignited again. It's about awareness. And that was almost 50 years ago. And James, you think we need a little more awareness that there is global warming, and that the earth is our mother, and that she gives us all the tools. She gives us the plants for aromatherapy, the stones and crystals to change our frequency, to change the noxious energy of crystal grids, which is what James is really an expert in, studying with Sean Zenja. So that's what it's all about, people, and that's why we do this, to show you how these different things go together. So let's go through now. You got Earth Day. You guys, your guide looks a lot better than this, because the guide that I printed, that I PDF, everything's in alignment. So it's prettier than this, but
excellent. Yeah, and you can download this bonus garden feng shui guide after you watch the video, and it'll tell you all about the different auspicious and lucky uses of different plants in feng shui, because plants and flowers especially bring in a lot of energy into the environment. In fact,
let's give them an example real quick, James, of just one tool in this. And this is a class I teach local and that I teach online for a lot of money, because it can go on. And it's visual. It's got tons of beautiful pictures so you can understand. But, so it goes plants, then it goes plants with flowers, and then it goes plants with fruit, because we always want to be teaching you why we teach you. That's vibration, that's frequency. Our goal as feng shui experts, as energy experts and intuitives, is to help you raise your vibration and frequency above where the planet's vibrating at, around 300, at 500 or above, which is called love or above. That's what this kind of stuff does. That's what aromatherapy does. Because guess what aromatherapy is?
Yeah, exactly. And then there's also, flower essence therapy, which can be very powerful, used in, many different settings, whether it's medicinal or just spiritual.
I use them a lot, as James knows, with parents and caregiving and myself. So
Mhm.
anybody out there who's an expert in flower essence, or, you know, I like doTERRA is what I use a lot of. I've used Young Living also, but it doesn't matter. If you want to be interviewed, that's a Feng Shui thing. Come on here and explain to people, you know, we'll
Yeah.
pick the top 3 illnesses and we'll work with that. That's how James J and I do Feng Shui. We take the 9 tools, the 9 ways our master taught us to change energy for the better. That's why we're doing this. Okay, so that's
Absolutely.
an awesome one to brag, brag, brag. We love it.
Absolutely. Okay. And we also want to conserve our water, you know, to save as much as water as possible, because water is our most important element. Without water, there's no life. So, you know, we want to become water misers, actually. So, especially in the Southwest, if you can use plants that have a low water intake, we call them, yeah, just, you know, low water intake. Um,
Cactuses.
Yeah, I know there's a name for it, but it's at the top of my head right now. But also save water by just turning it off while you're brushing your teeth. You can save gallons and gallons of water per year just by doing that alone.
Okay, I read somewhere it's like 5 gallons. I guess it depends on how fast you brush your teeth, but 5 gallons of water when you brush your teeth. And then let's say you have a family of 4, that's 20 gallons a day. And if you brush your teeth twice a day, that's 80 gallons. Multiply that by 365.
Yeah, I
Numbers.
saw a viral video once that showed a guy brushing his teeth and they let it run. Then they showed someone in a third world country going down the hill to try and get some water, and then going up the hill with his pail of water, and just a small child actually. And you know, by the time he was back up the hill, the guy had wasted enough water to fill his pail for him.
It's disheartening how we, you know, just assume, guys, and the word assume means ask of you and me, so never assume anything. That everybody lives in a nice environment, has a roof over their head and food in their stomach, and they don't think about it. So we're bringing awareness, because awareness is the key to everything that we do.
Exactly.
So there you go. Anybody who has any kind of, as we go through this, if this relates to you and you're an expert in this field, if you're an expert when it comes to water,
You join us.
join us and I will interview you, and we can say how it relates to Feng Shui, and then we can help everybody. We help you, we help your students, and we help the world. That's the goal. Okay, James.
And, you know, just doing little things to save water. If you only have a few dishes, don't stick them in the dishwasher and run it. Just wash them. Put them away. Very simple, very easy, and probably takes just as much energy as it takes to fill up the dishwasher.
And for those of you that have like OCD or get nervous Nellies, that's my sister, and she has arthritis. She once told me that dishwater felt so good on her hands because of the arthritis, that I allow her whenever she's here to do the dishes, because I'm trying to help her with her hands.
It's win-win.
It's a win-win, baby. So guys, set your intention when you do the dishes. If your hands are arthritis, say, as I'm washing these dishes, I'm healing my hands with this warm water.
Absolutely.
You're programming the water.
Of course, we all know about solar energy. And solar energy, if you live in a place that has a lot of solar energy, a lot of sunlight, which I don't, of course, Brenni doesn't. I mean, I do, but I have a lot of trees around me which kind of block it. But if you can, you'll probably get a rebate from the government. And, you know, the cost makes up for itself over, you know, a certain number of years, not really that long. But pretty soon you're selling electricity to the power company instead of vice versa, which is a real good feeling.
You know, James, I actually, in my room by room organization class, when we go through things, we're always talking about energy efficiency, and you get tax credits for all kinds of things, guys. Like if you have old windows, just go find out what tax credit you get. People just, once again, they assume that it's not going to, oh, I won't make anything. That costs too much. And actually, sometimes people break even, or they get almost paid to fix their houses up because energy's escaping. So let's talk about if you don't understand the process.
Right.
Lights, where does that come from? You know, your heat, where does that come from? You know, and what is driving it to you is what we're talking about here. Coal, burning coal, that pollutes the earth, that keeps the heat in. That was a greenhouse effect, right? We're talking about alternative ways to lower that so the planet doesn't keep, you know, increasing in temperature, so our children, you know, in 100 years have nothing. So that's why I threw the windows in, because just Google it or go to your courthouse and ask them, do you know of any credits? Ask your tax accountant, but Google it. I'm just going to say Google it. That's the easiest way. And you'll go, wow. Or your tax accountant would know all that stuff too.
Yeah, I just got involved with it. I just got involved with a program last week where we changed all our light bulbs out from either, you know, the incandescent or the new, what are they, CFG, I think they're called, to LEDs. And the LEDs are brighter. They come on right away. And I think it's what do you say? It's 1/8 of a penny per hour run or something like that.
Okay, so you're saving money and you're saving energy and you're actually saving time there too, and you're saving the planet.
Yeah, we had the old CFG ones, and you turn them on, you got to come back in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You couldn't see anything.
And so did you get paid to do that? Did you get a credit? What happened for you?
Yeah, it was like a credit, so it was a break even.
See?
So it worked out better for us, you know, of course.
And then you feel better in your head and your body and your mind, because you don't have to get frustrated when you want to get to your computer and get a report done. You turn the light on and go. That's what Feng Shui is about, is making it so you don't get those moments, guys. So you go, oh.
And it's a really nice bright light, actually. It's not off color or something like that. It's a nice light. It's LED. And then, you know, different businesses are helping people recycle, like Target gives away recycled bags. So they recycle a lot of their bags, or they use recycled bags in their business. So any way you can look to reduce, recycle, reuse anything helps the earth. And that's good Feng Shui.
You know, James, here's an example. I just saw on Facebook this post, and it was the most beautiful double-sided water fountain. It goes, a great way to reuse old metal and wood. And it made a beautiful waterfall on both sides. They had it going into like those big troughs like horses drink out of. They'd cut it in half. So they put one on. It was just and the sound was just relaxing. They said, we put this up to drown out the traffic noise. So they've got several things going on there, you know.
Perfect.
And they recycled. And if you bought one, that would be $1,000.
Wow. Also, crystals and stones, very, very powerful. So we've developed an entire system of Feng Shui around using natural quartz crystals. They have so much energy. In fact, quartz, you know, can actually generate electricity on its own. So quartz is a very powerful mineral, and it's made of the most abundant mineral on Earth. So they're very abundant, and so they're like power generators for the Earth. But you can also use them as power generators, or let's say energy cleansers in your home. So you can set up a crystal grid around your home, which will energize and purify the energy within the grid. And in this case here, we see a very large Tangeros crystal behind a house that dropped off very steeply. And that's
wow, yeah, anchored it.
Negative Feng Shui. So all your energy is falling back away from
Is that the fame area too, with the pointed crystal? Is that where they put it in the fame area of? Oh, I love it. So it's the turtle, it's creating the turtle, the protection from the back, because everything dropped off. You don't want your money dropping off, your fame dropping off, your love dropping off. And the point is fire, so it's anchoring that up into heaven.
Reddish color.
Yeah, that is wonderful. Guys, James, scroll back up for a minute. Keep going a little bit. Okay, stop. You guys, when you see this underline and it's a different color when you get your guidebooks, if you have it right now, when you click on that, what we did is at the last page, we have all the free, we have a bunch of free training, and then we have different levels of things if you want to look at them. And I'm just letting you know as you go through it, these are clickable links. So if, let's say, you were really wanting to get some crystal grids that James is talking about that floats your boat, we have many different things that we can work with crystals, but this would be the crystal grids themselves. We have 2 that we sell, also has some free training. So I just wanted to let you know how it works. And if you look down in the footer, guys, right there, you can watch a replay of this. Every week we do these. They'll all be out there. So you can just click there. And if you haven't, you signed up for the newsletter, you just get a reminder. One reminder, the show's starting. I'm not a big email fan.
Right.
So
and we won't bombard you with emails.
Yeah, that doesn't work for holistic people. We're like, that is decluttering and bad feng shui.
Well, like Brenni said, after you click on here, it'll take you to a page that has a free crystal training program.
Yeah. We'll go through that in a minute. So let's talk about walks in nature. I'm a wood element. And James, isn't it funny how I had sent you last week or a few days ago, Japanese forest bathing is what they call it. And whenever I see it, they have the picture like this, and that's what I think of. And then it's like, oh, Earth Day, forest bathing, walks in nature. So let's talk about walks in nature. How does that really calm down and relax? Because it says, where are you at on the calm and relax scale? So right now, where are you at, James? I'm probably about a 7 because of all the things I have going on in my universe. And that's pretty good. But you know what I'm going to do is across from where my mom is right now, which in that transition stage, there's a park. And yesterday, what did my sister and I do? Let's go walk. So you calm down because everybody's like this. Now, why does that calm you down when you walk in the woods? How does that relate to feng shui?
There's a couple different things. First of all, like you said, you can have a lot going on in your life, and just getting out into nature just kind of gives you that letdown that, just, oh, there is more to life than what I'm dealing with right now. And then also in our environments, our immediate environments, we have electromagnetic fields, we have, especially that electromagnetic fields of energy, of electronic energy, which it vibrates in the US to 50 to 60 hertz, which is it vibrates 50 to 60 times a second.
Wow.
Where our body and the earth vibrates to 6 to 10. So we're 10 times out of our range when we're surrounded by all this wiring. So I've gone as so far as to turn off my circuit breakers at night to sleep, just to cut the field. And you do.
Yeah, like how many of you have a router next to your bed? That's what I found a lot of people do. They have a router in the bedroom, and then it's like, why am I not sleeping?
Exactly.
10 times more. That's pretty big there. So here's a great tip that I'm hearing in my brain is when you do your forest bathing, when you take walks in nature, guys, that's to be in nature and get you in the now. That's who you are. You can't change the past, and you can only plan for the future, but you can't be in the future. Well, you can, but we won't go there today. So you're in the now. That means walk and leave your cell phone behind. Okay, put it on vibrate if you're waiting, like if somebody's in the hospital or something like that, but put it down. Don't put it in your pocket. Don't put it next to your heart. It's frequency, it's vibration. Take that minute, and is it really that important that 10 minutes or 5 minutes, if that's all you got, to go walk through there and breathe? The trees are the lungs of the planet, and they're moving with the winds, which is feng shui. Your feet are on the earth, and you're anchoring down into it, and the bird flies by, and there's a butterfly, and you look at the beautiful colors that God gave us, and then there's a flower over here. That's what you have to do, because we live in a chaotic environment and we're being bombarded constantly. You carried a Gauss meter around with you, you'd be going, oh my gosh, no wonder I feel, listen to your words, fried, burnt out, no energy.
Plus we're being controlled by our devices. I mean, I heard a girl recently, I went down to a stream, very isolated place, and was just kind of sitting in nature. And there was a group of people several yards away, but I heard one of them say, I have no reception. I got to get out of here. And I'm like, wow.
James, people are dying because they're walking off of cliffs like when I was in Texas.
Literally.
People got hurt or died because they were texting and they walked off a cliff.
Yeah.
I mean, they walk out in front of a car.
Right. We don't know where this is headed, but it's
well, I actually completely go E-free on Sunday. I don't care if you send me a text, you will not hear from me.
That's great.
Because it's important. And I try to do it like where I have Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays for sure where I'm not responding. I'm doing the yin activities. And I go outside every day several times and start it with the sunshine Buddha exercise. So Okay, so let's get it cracking here. We want you
Okay.
to walk in nature.
So here's a link to, the benefits of walking in nature. Just added that link in, so you can read that. And give yourself an exercise. What can you do this week to improve yourself and the earth? And basically, going for a walk would be one of the best things you could do. Honor the earth, honor yourself, leave your cell phone at home. And
look out in nature and just give gratitude for the beauty.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here are some of the programs that we're offering this coming weeks. And one of our
guys, this is what's going on. I'll build the excitement up. James is too boring for me. Let's get cracking.
Okay, go for
because this is Earth Week. This is an Earth Week special. This is season series show number 1. And so we have several things that as we went through that guide, we could see where we could help you that we already have in place. So exterior feng shui online program. That you click there, you can pick when you want to watch it. It's great training. I believe it's 30 minutes. We don't do long trainings for the freebie stuff there because we know your time is valuable. If you like that, then you have the opportunity. We're doing a special and you can get this at half price. It's a 6-week program. Once a week you get another access to the membership site to go through hands-on, clean up your exterior environment, has all kinds of bonuses in there. The gardening book is one of them. It's $97 instead of $197. So all you got to do, sign up for that. The links are in there to take you right to the sales page also if you just want to sign up. But this is going to get you some free training. We're big on free training. Okay, James, what's the next link?
Excellent. The next link is membership in Feng Shui University.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a moment. That's our favorite video. James and I love that video. We shot that in Minnesota. They brought him here to talk at a event, and we just started working together. I think it was 2 years ago. Might be 3 now, James. Time's flying by.
Yeah.
And we created what's called Feng Shui University. I call it FSU. You got to watch that short clip there. It's awesome. It's our personalities, the yin and the yang.
Definitely. And it's just $27 a month, and we already have access to over
150 hours
lessons, lectures, interviews, and just really awesome content.
Right. So how it works is once a month you get released that bundle of training focus, what we're focused on, and then we meet live, and it's on the first Tuesday of the month, and we answer all your questions and we go through the training to make sure you're clearing it. So we release it, and then 2 weeks later we go through the training to make sure you're clear. 2 feng shui experts, decades of education. But now, guys, I want to throw this out there for all these programs. Anyone who gets in any of these programs, we will give you 3 months free of the FSU membership. That doesn't mean if you get an FSU for a month, you get 3 months free. That means if you get exterior feng shui, you buy a crystal grid, you decide to get certified, that kind of thing, you'll get 3 months free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go on to the next one.
Okay, the next one. This one's mine. This is, my Feng Shui certification program. Well, that's just not mine. It's mine and my wife Helen's.
Yeah,
and
you better give her some
certify
credit.
people to be Feng Shui practitioners. And quite honestly, I've been doing this for almost 25 years, and I don't feel like I've worked a day since I started, because it's so joyful. It's so wonderful to be able to help people to learn this knowledge. It's such a creative endeavor.
And James, I want to talk about certification. I took certification because I wanted to get the best information from the right people, because there's a lot of people out there think they read a book or take a weekend class and they can do it. I've studied with 3 masters. I've been to China and studied with a master. James, he could go on and on about what he does. It took me 2 years to get my certification, and I've studied with many teachers continually. So we want to make sure you get the right education. But I just took it for me, and I didn't know how I was going to apply it in life besides helping myself. But guys, you're a real estate agent. You can do all kinds of real estate staging type things, which he has a course on that. You can add this too if you're a realtor. You can add this too if you're an interior designer. to be able to say you have been certified in Feng Shui, which now people know about, they didn't when we started, and learn from, you know, 2 of the Feng Shui Black Sect experts that studied with Master Lin Yun, who brought it to America in '86 and to westernize Americans into Feng Shui. Some of his first students, that's pretty powerful stuff right there. Yeah. So don't just look at it as, well, then I got to be a Feng Shui consultant. Maybe. Right. Or maybe you just want to do floor plans, because a lot of people don't get floor plans. Yeah, maybe you just want to teach 5 elements. Maybe you want to use it if you are a health coach and you understand food energetics. We do that kind of teaching also. And Healthy by the Season. It's just endless. So you don't just look at it from the perception of, I have to be a certified Feng Shui person. Right. Yeah. And so it's a good way to broaden what you're already doing. I mean, it lends itself to so many things. We have courses online and on site, so you can choose the way you like to learn. And you get a private Facebook group. Right. Okay, what's next, James? Okay, the next one is grid training. All right, let's look at this. Sean Zenja, as we were saying, is one of the top crystal experts in the world. We can tell you about that later. Once again, we got free training, and this is awesome. So you get to, that's just a little intro there. James clicked on it, 1-minute intro. We like them short. Woohoo! There's our personalities again. Oh, you pick the date the date and time. You can watch it like right now, or you can watch. This is an intro, and then the whole workshop you sign up for. Right, so you get this free little workshop, and then James take them to the page of investing in crystal grids, like if you have noxious energy, which is underground water running, if you're waking up all the time. James has a great story he tells about, he was teaching a class and everybody had terrible headaches at this house where they had gone, where he had rented. And he called Sean, and Sean had him set up. The link's in there. Go back to the top of the guide where I said the crystals and stones, and that's the link. I have to keep them on track, people. Do you see why it's good to work with other people, the yin and the yang? So keep going, scroll, scroll. But anyway, then James called Sean. Sean told him what to do with some crystal grids, and they came back and they even said, wow, what happened? The energy. Yeah, one woman was sick with a bad migraine, and when she came back in, it had disappeared. And that was my first use of setting up a grid according to Feng Shui. And I was blown away. And he was hooked. So then he started saying, well, what can we do, Sean? Just keep going. You want to go to the crystal stone part, the earth, keep going, water, we're on water. Brenni's got to keep me on track here. There's stuff. Yay, James. That's that same one. Oh, well. Okay, guys, don't worry about it. Oh, you know where it is? It's once you watch the training. Yeah, but I had put it in there too. So you tell them the story. I'm going to go get you the link. As long as we're here, I want the link there, because some of you may want to right now just go get the crystal grids, because they're very popular. We keep selling those. Just I was like, oh, more people want crystal grids. So James, finish telling the story about crystal grids and how they work. This person was like, was going to go home. I mean, they were sick. They were going to miss the whole weekend of training. Right. Yeah. One of my very first teachers, Sean Zenja, who introduced Helen and I to Professor Lin Yun, kind of morphed his Feng Shui practice into really concentrating on crystals. And pretty soon he found himself in Brazil at the crystal mines. And pretty soon he had a house in Brazil. And he was, you know, getting all these very, very awesome crystals and bringing them back to the States. And a lot of very prominent Feng Shui practitioners are using them now in their practice. But at any rate, I decided, okay, I want to find out more about these crystals. So I was doing a class in Seattle. And the place I rented, sight unseen, because I hadn't seen it. And when I got there, I checked the electromagnetic fields with my Gauss meter, and it was off the chart. I mean, the place was frying. So I called Sean. He goes, I'll overnight a crystal grid to you. I said, okay. And so the class began the next morning. I hadn't got the crystals yet. And one woman was, you know, rubbing her head and just looking very, very bad. I didn't know if she's depressed or sick or what. She was looking bad, man. And so
I asked her, something wrong, and she goes, "Oh, I got a horrible migraine, but that's okay. Just keep going. I'll deal with it." And people are saying, "You want Advil? You want aspirin? You need anything?" Um, and so we went to lunch. We broke for lunch, and during lunch, I ran over to the post office, found the crystals, and came back and set them up in a crystal grid in the main room I was teaching in. And then when the group came back from lunch, she stopped at the front door and went, "What happened?" I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "As soon as I went through the threshold, it felt like my migraine drained all the way down my body and into the earth. And now it's gone completely." And then I told her about the crystals. And so my mind was probably as much or more blown than hers, because I didn't realize they were that powerful. But believe me, they are. And you can use them, for grids in your room for romance. You can use them for grids in your house to get rid of EMFs, to purify the energy. They lend themselves to so many different
You
applications.
can wear them. You can have them for being pretty.
Yeah, like the crystal mala. This is what we call
James, I put it in there if you want to go to that page. This is actually the broadcast page where the crystal grids are. So it's always going to be momentumu.online. That's the hub of all these coachings and trainings and mentorships and stuff. And for this one, it is /crystal grids with an S. That will take you directly to, we call it the broadcast room. That's a replay of what you're signing up for. We want you to sign up because then you can be in the system. It's automated emails. So if you miss something, it says here is a reminder of the link. And crystal grids with an S, James.
Oh God, I just got the link.
Okay. So the training's there, but also in that broadcast room are the crystals. So you can see right there, the medium grid's 127, the large grid's 227, and that includes shipping in the U.S. We got to say U.S. Sorry, guys. It costs a lot of money otherwise.
Yeah, and just to show you what the crystals are like, I've got one here in the corner of my office.
Yeah, and anyone who gets a crystal grid, James is throwing in a free mala, and that one is my favorite, I think. Well, I can't say that because then you show me other ones. Citrine. Oh, that's a crystal grid. That's a beautiful one. Is that medium?
Yeah, medium grid is what we call energy grade. So it's not completely translucent. So it's not like museum grade quartz, which a museum grade quartz like this would be $500. Kind of like.
So James, what's a grid? Like, do they get one stone, two stones?
Four crystals.
Okay.
That are pretty similar. They all weigh around 400 grams. And then the large grid, they're like 800 grams, about a pound.
Do you teach them different grid layouts, or, do they just get a grid in the rocks, stones, whatever in the mail, the crystals?
They get a grid with a little instruction sheet, right?
All right, so guys, all you do is you click on that and you can get the medium or the large. If you have a question, James is the one you want to talk to. You can private message him, or you can put it under this training on the Momentum U page under events where we're at. If you're not sure which one you want, like you're like, well, if you go through a couple health issues or you feel zippy or fried, then James will be able to guide you better. As to, which one to get. Mm-hmm. Okay, so.
In the free mala, if you want a free mala, those are citrine malas. This here happens to be smoky quartz. We have several different ones, but the free one is citrine. Citrine's known as the money stone. But I have to tell you, they take about 3 weeks to get to you because we ship them directly from the workshops in Asia.
There you go. Good connection. Okay, James, now go back and click on the link because James actually worked with Sean. We listened to our student, and people were so into the crystal grids and they wanted more. And they wanted to implement it into their Feng Shui business or whatever. And what he did was they put a training together, which is for Feng Shui energy certification course. So it's a crystal energy Feng Shui course. He loves these initials. That one would be a CEFS.
CEFS, right. Crystal Energy Feng Shui.
There you go, guys. He's always getting me. Is it see what we eat?
So in June, we're having a training, June 2nd to 4th in Sausalito, California.
Oh, wow.
With Sean in his workshop. Now here's Sean with a couple crystals. Look at this amethyst.
That's a heart. Money and love. I want that one.
Yeah.
The other ones kind of look like, almost remind me of like Lady Kuan Yin when we were on the tour and saw her in the cave. That when they're there, it's like, hi. So all you have to do is you can register. Do you have certification that's not live if they wanted to do an online course in the crystal energy?
We will toward the end of the year. Yeah.
Okay, so this is how you do it, guys. If you're a business person, just to give you a hint, they do it live and they record everything, and out of that, they make it better. They make your workbooks better, or excuse me, I call them guidebooks. Your tools and resources better. And if the training is super fantabulous, they use those recordings and those audios. So there is no wasted time or energy, but you can look forward to an online course. But day 1 through 3, there you go. James has done a ton of online live events. So he knows how to run those. I mean, years of doing it.
Right.
Okay, James, so what else do we have? Did we go through everything? I think we did.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we're good to go. We don't want to keep people too long.
Yeah, as you can see, guys, what we did is we love Mother Earth. We're big into Feng Shui and energy, and we want to always use our tools and gifts to help you because we're on a mission to raise the vibe of the planet. And as we created the guide, it's like, well, we have that program. Well, we have that training. Well, we've got that. So it's like what we decided to do is everything we had that would fit into that theme, we did a special for. So once again, I just want to go through what the specials are. James, can you just pull up the main page with all the links on it? The main page.
I know, I had it up.
The guide.
It disappeared.
Okay.
It disappeared.
Oh, so let me look at the top.
Here, the links are here.
Okay, so there, stop there. Okay, so exterior Feng Shui, that is the 6-week free training. No, James, just stay on that page, please. Okay, thanks. Okay, so that's 6-week free training, half price discount for 1 week. So that is going to be $97 for a week. James decided to go until the end of next Sunday because he's nice. And then it goes back up to $197, and we sell those all day long. Okay, free training on the crystal grids. We just showed you that, and then that you can also purchase the medium or the large crystal grids.
Yeah, you can actually purchase those anytime. So
anytime, yeah. I'm going through the specials, and you get a mala though if you get the crystals this week. So there's your special there. And anybody who, like I said, gets anything besides just the membership is going to get FSU for 3 months. But if you just decide, I just want to kind of hang out in the Feng Shui world and see what's happening, and these people seem to know what they're talking about, boy, they're fun. Then you can join our membership group. We meet once a month live, but we live stream in our Facebook group weekly, and maybe more if there's activity. We have over 140 hours of training in there right now. Okay, so yeah, what you want, we can unlock, or we do as we go with the flow that we're in right now. Okay, then you can get certification. You can get certification as a Feng Shui expert. You can get certified as a real estate staging expert. You can get certified as a crystal energy grid expert. So we did a little of each. James, what are you going to do special for them? Any kind of discount? Because we're doing specials this week, so what are you going to do for them for the certifications if they get in this week? Besides,
if they want to get in on the online CFSP Certified Pro program, this week I can offer a $200 discount.
Okay, so you have till the timer hits 0 on the main page there. Can you scroll down so show them the timer? Right there. That's where this video is going to go. And then you can see that timer right there. When that hits 0, all the specials go away. All the discounts go away. All the free mala goes away. We're doing this to help you, to help yourself, to help the planet. So there you go. We did our part. Enjoy the guide. Enjoy the training. Reach out to us. You have questions. If you know experts you want interviewed in Feng Shui, but you can see Feng Shui has a lot of parts to it, let us know.
We'll do it.
In the theme, we'll be live streaming them. So there you go, Feng Shui Friday. Let us know what you want to learn.
Thanks for
Hey, guys.
showing up.
Yep, and the page link here, this is, once again, we're always going to go to momentumu.online, and this / is FSF, because I just do what James did. He did Feng Shui Friday, so I took the first 3 letters. There you go. So you can always just remember Momentum University .online, and then we just do / from now on. You'll be able to find all this stuff, or follow us on Momentum U on Facebook. Thanks, James.
Or if you're confused at all, shoot us an email, or
shoot him an email. Private message me on Facebook, because if you shoot me an email, everybody knows how I feel about emails. Oops.
Yeah, no, I read my emails, but okay, anyway, you can get a hold of us. But thank you very much for joining us. Don't want to keep you here all day.
See you guys. Thanks.
Bye. Bye-bye.